Welcome to GNT, your one-stop shop for gaming news and whatever else we want to talk about. I'm Nick.
And I'm Brandon.
Today we are going to start with EA's CEO, Andrew Wilson, confirmed that a new Battlefield is in the works and will most likely be released next year. And this is one thing that I read that I didn't know was Battlefield 1 sold more than 3 or 4, which I thought it did all right, but I didn't think it had done as well as those. So.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me.
Yeah. So I don't know if
I didn't try it. Did you try it?
I got it and I played it a little bit. I enjoyed it, but again, it's just one of those things where other games come out and that one kind of got left in the dust.
Yeah, unless it really sinks its teeth into it, it's hard to subscribe to that. So. And
one thing that I really liked was the campaign was actually really good. I think I played through most of it. It was kind of split up as like the one you're a tank driver. So it wasn't all together. It was like there was a story and multiple stories you can do. They were pretty cool. And I did the one pilot one, which is really cool. You're flying the old planes, and so that was good. But so I don't know if they're gonna stick with that in an older game or
I don't know
what they're gonna do.
It's a tough. I think Battlefield. Is it Battlefield Bad Company? No, Battlefield Bad Company. Was Battlefield 3? Did pretty well. I liked Battlefield 3, I think, a lot. And it did pretty well.
We did play Bad Company 2, wasn't...
But that was a different kind of Battlefield. It did good. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't hurt them to bring out a Bad Company 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'd be along the same lines, but that formula seemed to work well, and I kind of surprised that they haven't, done that or worked on that. So. And
if they brought that game mode back that we played quite a bit, I'd definitely get it.
Oh yeah, that was a really enjoyable play mode or game mode. So, and that was back. Well, that was back on the 360 days. So we played that quite a bit though, and that was still. I mean, the Xbox Live experience. I mean, has gotten better. The whole multiplayer experience across the board has gotten better. So, I would definitely benefit from that.
Yeah. Bluehole, the developer of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, announced that they're adding a crate and key cosmetic system. It's pretty much what's in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You get crates through playing, but then you have to buy the key to unlock it, and you can get skins for guns and outfits for your character. All cosmetics and no guns or anything. Brendan Green, PlayerUnknown, addressed criticism from the fans and said, "The system will serve as the foundation of a healthy economy after launch. This is an economy that would and should benefit all players, even if you're not buying, the crates." So some people, I think, get worried anytime the microtransactions are involved, but I don't have a problem with this.
Well, it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword, and you get the people that don't have that extra money to invest, but they want to look good, so they don't really get access to some of that shit. And then you have the people that can drop a shit ton of money on it and have all the cool stuff, and then that's kind of a deterrent. But I understand their thought process as far as if we get more money, we can invest more into the game because they're not a big studio. So, and the fact that the game has taken off so much, they kind of need that capital backing now. And I get it. Money makes the world go round. So, is it one of the? I don't care for it because I'm one of those people that I would probably sink some money into it, but at the end of the day, I'd still probably see something that somebody else had and be like, "Oh shit, I wish I had that." Not to the point where I dump, an excessive amount of money into it, but to the point where it bugged me a little bit that they could have got lucky too. It's just one of those things where I can see how some people would be upset about it.
Yeah. It's like I remember I have hardly played Hearthstone and the card game, and I remember I opened up a few packs, and I think one of the first ones I opened up had a legendary card, a yellow one, and then I never played again, so someone would probably see that and be annoyed, but that's all on your luck, I guess.
Yeah.
One recent addition to Battlegrounds is that cars now have horns. I guess this has turned to because there are people that would watch streams, I guess, stream snipers, and then they'd go and be in the same game and see where they're on the stream and go snipe them. I guess this has turned into stream honkers. So if they're watching a stream and happen to get into the same game, they'll just drive a car around them, start honking, and draw attention to the people, and the players get pretty annoyed at that, I guess. Monkey Primark said, hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
So don't be a stream honker. Nice.
I think it's just another tactic to kind of get people to draw the attention and maybe draw them into a common area, and then if you had an alliance or if you had a friend playing, you could have them looking for the people,
Oh, yeah.
kind of like what they did in the movie Shooter, You draw out their shooters and then you kill them.
Yeah.
As long as you can dodge the bullets in the car or you have bulletproof glass.
Yeah, if you could somehow get the car somewhere that's semi-protected, I guess, that'd be cool. And have someone sitting way back and watch people get near. But
just as long as they don't get killed.
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer.
Yeah. Take-Two has reaffirmed that Red Dead Redemption 2 is not its only big game coming out during the fiscal year 2019, which is from April of 2018 to March of 2019. They said a major sequel from 2K will be released during that time. A lot of people are thinking Borderlands. I mean, this hasn't been confirmed, but that's probably one of 2K's biggest series right now. So, and they have been talking about working on a Borderlands. So, possibility of seeing a Borderlands.
Yeah, they haven't really they showed that tech demo with the Unreal 4 engine, but other than that, they haven't really come out and said anything. I'm kind of surprised because there's a lot of other games that are kind of encroaching on their territory a little bit and making some decent headway.
Yeah.
We started playing Fortnite, and it's very, for me, it's very reminiscent of Borderlands.
Yeah.
Kind of humorous, not crazy humor like Borderlands, but humorous. Graphically, it's got that kind of cartoonish thing going on to it.
Weapon system with
yeah, the randomness of the weapon, but to a degree, there's not as much randomness to these weapons as there is. I mean, there is some different stats. You can get a different weapon that has different, plus critical hit damage, plus, durability and stuff. So there is kind of that. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I think they're missing a lot of time. Even if they just release some info to kind of get people hyped and kind of get people like, oh man, I can't wait for that to come out, and kind of shy away from it. Be like, oh, that's kind of like a Borderlands 3. They're just coming out early to steal the thunder, even though that's not the case in Fortnite. But, I mean, you want to kind of generate that buzz. You just don't want to spring it on people. I would have liked to have seen at least something at E3 or something, maybe a teaser of the characters, like silhouettes or something, just something to get me, fired up about it. But
yeah, let us know it's coming at least.
Yeah.
The Psychic Readers Network is suing Rockstar over Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I think it's been like 15 years since that game came out. They claim that Vice City's Auntie Paulette, I don't know if that's how you say her name, infringes on Miss Cleo copyright. The character looks similar to and was voiced by the Miss Cleo performer Yuri Del Harris. Psychic Readers Network claims to have invested more than $100 million in the character, and that Vice City exploited the character. Take-Two dismissed the suit as entirely meritless and completely ridiculous. Harris, who unfortunately died of cancer last year, has previously talked about how the network ripped her off almost as badly as the people she helped them victimize. So, I mean, I think, I'm with Take-Two on this. I mean, it's just like, I don't know if they're just trying to get a little money out of it, or, I mean, I'm sure that's the
most
goal, but
99.9% of the people, if they had said, did you know that the Miss Cleo lady voiced that character, and I can't even remember that character from Vice City. So if you'd have said that, do you know that the Miss Cleo lady voiced this character from Vice City? They'd say no, and they would say, do you know that this lady was supposed to be a psychic like Miss Cleo? And the people would say, no. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I played Vice City. I played Vice City quite a bit, and I don't even remember Ante Pule or whatever the hell her name
I didn't
is.
even know who Miss Cleo was before this, so.
Well, then there's the flip side of the thing. You were probably too young to remember Miss Cleo. The call me now for your free psychic reading.
Yeah, we have the ad
That
read.
sounds like Lucky Charms. I've messed that up. Jeez.
Who asked you to go out of town? The stupid young one or the married one?
The married one.
That's what I thought. Don't go. You hear me? And you know what? You're not listening to me because I see you going.
It's
I
Miss
see you
Cleo.
going. I'm just telling you. I'm trying to help you to avoid the heartache. Don't go blindly through life. Let me use the power of the tarot to show you the way. Call me now for your free reading.
Call me now.
Call me now.
It reminds me of the Domino's guy.
They're always trying to get a hold of me, Lucky Charms. Call me now. I don't know. For me, it was the leprechaun.
The leprechaun?
Yeah, from Lucky Charms.
We're making your order.
Oh, it was that's the Jamaican guy from the beach theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that works.
I don't know. I mean, if psychics were suing me, I mean, you would think they would be able to see
They would
that
have
they're
saw
gonna
that
win.
coming up. Yeah.
I mean, they'll be
It took them 15 years to see that.
on
Have
a
that
piece of
vision.
paper. We will win the suit. Sue them. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be a pretty safe bet, I would think. But
Maybe that's why they're going forward with it.
yeah,
I don't know what that controller told you, but
I
I wouldn't trust it.
I didn't have an envelope or
Oh,
whatever the Carsenio or whatever it was.
they use tarot cards.
Oh. Okay. Anyway,
Moving on.
so that's all our news topics for this week. Like I said, I've been playing Fortnite. Didn't play a ton this past week.
You're losing
I know
ground.
I'm slipping. Well, it's tough. I either need to divert time to that or Game of Thrones. And Mike has been passing on Game of Thrones, so I'm trying to catch up in that. But
Oh,
I'm like halfway through season 4. So I mean, it's getting good. I think season 2 was tough for me, but once I got into season 3 and 4, it really got good. So I've been trying to make my way.
so what's the
through that.
last episode you watched? I mean, this isn't spoilers because season 4's been out for a while
it's
now.
been
So
out. I mean, they killed Joffrey at the beginning of the season, which was awesome.
yeah,
Because
at the
especially,
wedding. Yeah,
I mean, after the Red Wedding, that wrapped up season 3. I mean, I like the Starks; they're like my favorite, and they're killing them off left and right. And I was really annoyed.
well, they killed 2 with one shebang.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Red Wedding was. I haven't watched past. I think I was like 1 or 2 episodes into season 5, so I need to pick it back up. But I mean, that Red Wedding was probably one of the most shocking moments. I mean, when they lead off with the guy going and shivving the girl in the
pregnant
stomach,
lady.
and I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? I'm
Well-
like, I was pissed at that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like if you'd have killed her. If they'd have just slit her throat, I'd been like, oh man, but to go and stab her in the stomach, and I'm like, you guys are assholes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just ignorant.
Oh, and like I told you, I had seen it when they originally aired it because I heard people talking about it. So I looked it up on YouTube, and as soon as they showed the building, like the inside, I was like, oh crap, this is it. And I saw it was like, Rob's there, his mom's there, his wife's there. I thought they're probably all gonna die. And then he was having a conversation with his wife and talking about how she's pregnant. She's like, and we'll name it Ned. I'm like, dang it! Like, I would love to see them go off and raise little Ned Stark, and then they all died.
You're never gonna see the happily ever
No,
after shit.
no.
It's just not that kind of a show.
No.
It's just not. You know.
So then after that, I was really annoyed. I was like, I watched 3 seasons of this show, and nothing good has happened. And then they start seasons with Joffrey dying, so that kind of renewed my spirit.
Well, yeah, at least that little prick got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
If there was ever a person that deserved a... Now, I'll tell you what was really screwed up was the mother and father / brother and sister doing it at his funeral.
At
Joffrey's funeral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was screwed up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just when you think that show can't get any more twisted, it does.
What scene did I just watch? Oh no, it was what's his face? Littlefinger.
Okay.
He kissed the older daughter Stark, And that was kind of screwed up. Like, out of all the stuff on the show, I think that made me cringe the most. I was like, she's like going off to be his dad and like trying to make out with her. And I was like, oh, like I didn't want.
Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not that far then.
That was because he took her up to that place with the hole in the.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was there and he kissed her. And then that lady who he was married to, freaked out. And then he went up to her and was talking to her and pushed her out of the hole.
Ah, shit, I didn't see that.
Oh, you're not that far?
No, I guess not. Damn it. Spoiler alerts!
I thought you were in season 5.
Yeah, I thought I was too. I guess I'm in season 4.
Oh.
Or.
Oh.
Shit. Way to ruin it for me. I don't want to watch that show ever again. No, I don't remember where I left off, but I'm going to have to get back into it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good.
Well, but didn't she have a son?
Yeah.
So what's he gonna do? Did he kill that little bastard?
I don't think so.
Oh, your mom slipped and fell through the big hole in the living room.
I guess so,
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think he's still alive.
Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get back into that. Maybe, I don't know. Fortnite's got its claws pretty deep in me.
It's tough, yeah.
What I've been playing quite a bit. I made it into Plankerton. It does get kind of grindy, more so than. Like, whenever you're in the Stonewood or whatever the hell it's called, you starting out in, you don't necessarily need to grind to, you'd like to build your castle up and stuff, or your fort, and get it good, but it's not a necessity. Now, I was playing tonight, and I soloed my 7th, I think, Storm Defense, 7th or 8th, and, boy, I got annoyed because I was getting pummeled by those bitches that throw the flaming skulls. They just did work on my fort. Now, to my defense, my amplifier didn't take any damage, but by the time it was all said and done, they had that wall down, and I don't know how. Luckily I had spikes on the inner ring, and I think that's what helped me out before they got to the wall. I don't know if it took any damage, but my new tactic was pyramids because I thought that was the way of the future. Now I'm not so sure. So I might have to. Well, I definitely have to rethink my strategy from that. If I'd had help, because like they were coming from 2 different flanks, and this is where it gets interesting. Apparently my defenses on my right flank were good, but right in front of me, I couldn't, I didn't have anything long range. I was using, my character uses all pistols, and I mean, I had no problem taking down all the enemies. No matter if they were heavies or not, they were going down easy. It's just that final wave that really just kicked my ass. So now I know where I have to put some more defenses, and for the most part, it worked pretty well. I mean, my traps, I think, got more kills in that last wave than I did because I laid out some traps, but now I need to lay them out a little further, and I should be good.
Now, do you start with a new base when you go to a new area, or do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you throw up a new storm shield, so then you still have your old one. Like I still went back to my original one; it's still there, and I was looking at it, and you can expand it further.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Because I think when you leave, you're at Storm Defense 6. And you can go clear to 10. Now, let me think of how. Maybe it was Storm Defense 8. I don't remember essentially how the missions were set up. I don't think it might have been 7th. Because I think you did 5 Storm Defenses. You did your first initial one, which was setting up the shield. Then you did 5. Then you go to Plankerton. You do 6, which is setting up the new shield there. And then 7th is the one I just did.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting... Now, one enemy that they introduced that... for the wave, it was called a lobber. And he's supposed to be throwing enemies at me or my fort or some shit. I didn't see that jackass once. So, I think, if anything, he probably went to this... I have upgraded purple spikes that I create and I just throw down and they do work. I mean, they just... If it's a regular ghoul, they're done. If it's a heavy ghoul, he takes about 2 hits off of those and he's toast. So I have other spikes that I have like this, so they just get lit up. So it's a pretty solid defense. So it's one of those things where, yes, like now I see when I'm defending that new amplifier that if they come from the north side, that what I have to do, I have to kind of set up some different defenses, which I will. I'll just plank that all down and go from there. So
Yeah.
it works.
What I wouldn't mind in that game is, I think it'd be cool to have a game mode where you can start off in the neighborhood or like wherever you usually do, but then you have to defend something. But I wouldn't mind just like a wave game where you see how many waves
Well,
you can go.
they said they were gonna. I did a survey. I got an email about it, and this is kind of like, I like this. Whenever they're listening.
Yeah.
They sent out a survey today. I completed it. It was a pretty lengthy survey. And one of the things they asked what you'd like to see was like a Horde mode. And out of the different things that they said, I didn't select that one because for me, I think doing different shit in the game menu, like whenever you're in the game, would be a better add-on right now to make it more fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, like, kind of doing blueprints and buffing things and kind of being able to more streamline this. Because you go into a game, and then you get out of the game, then you got to spend a lot of time in that other menu, and then you get to a point where it's like, okay, now I'm going back in. You go back in. And then you go back out, and you do stuff, and then you go back in. So, for me, I'd like to see something more streamlined in the menu system right now would really help. But yeah, Horde, but I think they're working at it, and I think I was reading the forums the other day, too, and I think a lot of people probably clicked on that Horde mode. So that's probably something that they'll be able to put in pretty easily.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't think that would be that hard to do a Horde mission. And, maybe do it in tiers that if you get to, like, Wave 5, you get a llama. Wave 10, you get 2 llamas. Really challenge players to come up with really cool base setups and stuff. To, encourage creativity, but to be like, oh, I really got to play this. We really, if we can really cash. I mean, that alone could be a really draw.
Oh, yeah.
And then I did see how they addressed, people were complaining about drops of rain being hard to get. And I was thinking the same thing because I was going to evolve my pistols because I was doing that, and I got to a point where I couldn't evolve my one pistol. And so I was like, where the hell can I get these drops of rain? And I'm not seeing them anywhere. So I read that on the forum. Well, then they released a patch. It almost seemed like the next day. And then bonus rewards in the missions I saw a lot with drops of rain. So now I have enough drops of rain that I can evolve my weapon.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they are listening, so.
No, I didn't. It's a little side note. I've seen bits and pieces of the Fifth Element, and at Walmart they had Fifth Element 4K, so I got it.
But you don't have a 4K player.
We do. We have just like a regular 4K player, and I know you guys have said that Blu-ray looks the same, but I thought I'll just get 4K just to see if it looks. But I'm kind of excited to watch Fifth Element.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, all right. Well, see, the thing is if you play a Blu-ray and it upscales it, that it's like, have you watched any Blu-rays in your PlayStation?
Yeah.
And you didn't think they looked good?
No, I did. I was just curious to see if there was any difference between. I mean, there might not be, but
now
just more of
you
a
gotta make sure
curiosity.
you go into your settings in your PlayStation Pro and make sure. Oh well, I guess you're not doing it through your PlayStation Pro.
No.
You gotta make sure that you don't have to enable like HDR in each individual port, because I know like on our Samsungs, that's a thing that you have to do. So,
I did go in. Oh, that was the PlayStation. I went in for the games, and it was already enabled. But they have to check if there's something in the player that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, stay tuned. After this, we're going to have the Bill and Mike show. Second episode of that.
Should be good.
Yeah. Who knows? Whoa. Who knows what chaos they'll get into?
Call them now.
Call them now. Tell them what you want to hear. So yeah, after a brief intermission, we'll the Mike and Bill show, or the Bill and Mike show, or the whatever show.
Whatever name they're calling it.
Yeah, it'll be on in a few minutes. So.
Yep.